Good morning, friends. Welcome to Planet AP. If you're here, I'll tell you exactly who needs to watch this video. So if you don't fit the criteria, you can leave. I mean, you're welcome to stay. But let me tell you this, okay? If you're someone who has been trying so hard to manifest a thing. There are people in my DM saying, Anna, I want this job. I want it with my life. I've been manifesting it and it's not working. And there are people that are like, Anna, can you tell me how can I manifest this thing, this person? I just want them so bad. I want it so bad and it just doesn't happen. And what? I'm wanting it, man. Why am I not able to get it? And if that's your experience where you're like, I've been manifesting, I've been putting out requests, I've been doing it, and this one person was like, and I've been visualizing, and I'm scripting, and I'm doing everything, man. I even applied for the job, so like I took the action. I've been taking so much action, girl, but it's just not working. 3D is so, what's the word? Stubborn. It's not shifting. If that's your experience where you feel like, girl, I've been manifesting, it's not the manifesting isn't manifesting. What do I do? Well, you watch this video because I'm gonna tell you exactly where you may be dropping the ball. So in this video, why did I feel like I had tape on me? In this video, what we're gonna be talking about is dropping importance. Dropping importance. Girl, what? I'll tell you, don't even stress it. So like always, well, not like always, but the standard that I said, ooh, that reaction came because I have been like the quantum leaping transmission, that the free quantum leaping transmission that with the guide and everything, it's been uploading in the Google Doc for a minute. And I was just waiting on that to like upload so I can launch it. And I just, from the side of my periphery, noticed that it got uploaded on I could see it pop up on my screen. I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm ready to share it, Okay, so dropping importance. Let's start with, now, once again, I'm gonna go out of the frame. All right, so remember, everything fundamentally is what? It's energy, right? Now, everything is energy. Even this marker, although it looks like it's very solid, it is actually energy vibrating at a specific low frequency so that we are able to perceive it with our eyes. Because you know that our eyes only see, they're set up in a way, their system is in a way that they're only able to perceive 0.00000 something percent of stuff. We are not able to be, okay. We are not able to fully see the world. There are a lot of things, and we know that as Muslims, and I'm sure even other people, I mean, quantum physics, right? Science people of other walks of life. I think we all know that anyone who believes, and it's not even about belief, right? Anyone who understands and recognizes that we are not just in a three-dimensional reality understands the fact that there's a lot of unseen stuff at play here. And our eyes can only perceive of a certain frequency, which is this, aka energy, vibrating at a frequency to make it appear and feel as matter and be perceived as matter, right? So everything is energy. Now remember, from one of the other videos, and if you're new here, go watch them. And if you're new here, welcome to Planet AP. You have no idea about how crazy it gets here, but it gets crazy in the best possible way. So now here's the thing, right? Now when you say you want something, this is you, and this is the energy that you're radiating, and then this is your desired outcome. Now this can be a person, a car, it could be looks, as some of you said. Anna, I'm trying to manifest new teeth. Someone said, can I, this was, that trend, we listen and we don't judge. I intend to live by that, right? So know that the joke I'm about to make is just because it's funny, but it's like not a judgment, it's just a joke. But like someone commented saying, can I manifest an increase in the size of my eggplant? And yeah, I didn't know what to say to you, man. Like, I guess if you do the revision technique, and I guess, you know, I'm sure people, I don't know if people have done that, but my thought is that if people can, people are manifesting. This one guy, he grew his arm back. Someone, they, through shifting their energy, they got their eyesight back. People went from being paralyzed to started walking. So I'm fairly certain that it's possible. Yeah, anyways, so everything is energy, right? Now, when you are, now remember we talked about this, that, let's see. So remember in the, I'm really hoping, remember in the Manifesting Love Simplified video, we talked about this, that over here, this is a loyal partner, certain frequency, this is you, you're of a different frequency, right? Because of your frequency mismatch, you're not able to draw this in or perceive of this person. So basing off the same concept, I really hope that, I don't know how that looked like in the frame, but if it didn't look good, my intention was in the right place. So my point is that when you're over here and you're saying that you're in this energy of, I want you so much, you think, I want you so much, what you're doing is you are creating excess energy. Now get this, everything in the universe, everything in reality is supposed to be balanced. This is a world of balance. It is a world of everything in the 5D, in the quantum is over here. If this is the quantum, everything is equal. So it's supposed to be equal, right? Now, when someone, now think about this. If you already have, remember, I always come back to the point of live from your wish fulfilled, right? Live from the end. You have to be like you already have it. It has to feel natural for you, right? With this obviousness that when it's raining outside, it's raining, right? That kind of obviousness, if you already had it, your behavior will be very different, right? Your energy, the energy you're putting out will be different. Now, what happens when we are visualizing so hard and we, like our intention to visualize, even that, doing affirmations, it almost, what's the word? Like, it almost like backfires. It almost backfires, right? Because you're attached to the outcome so hard. You're visualizing, and the more you're visualizing, you're feeling attached to the outcome. You're attaching your joy, your happiness, your sense of fulfillment, sense of whatever feeling state to the attainment of the outcome. So for example, if this marker is the outcome, you're saying, when you're visualizing, here's what you're doing. You're saying, when I have that marker, oh boy, does that life get good. Life is only good when I have the marker. When I don't have the marker, I don't like the 3D. Remember we said you have to be that person in the present moment. You have to walk as that person. You have to embody the energy of that person. You don't necessarily have to know how it would feel to have the outcome. All it is about walking with an innate knowing, right? The energy or the emotion of certainty, that I'm certain that this is my reality. And if I'm certain that this marker is already with me, why would I need to go anywhere else or feel a lack of the marker in my 3D, in my waking moments? Why would I be looking for evidence if I already know that it's mine? So when your energy becomes like, you know, like it's very like oh my God, I want you so much. Oh my God, I will kill for you, marker. I would die for you, marker. I will do anything to make this marker happen. You, an innately worthy being, are projecting your worthiness onto an external thing. You're saying that I'm incomplete without the thing. I'm not saying you're saying that bar for bar, or you're actually using your words to say it, but that's what your energy is reflecting. That you think that this thing is up here, you're putting it on a pedestal. You think the thing is up here and you're down here. And there is a disbalance in your energy. Now look over here. When you say I want this, you're to say I want is to affirm I don't have, which is you are affirming your lack, your scarcity, and you have needy energy. Now, Let's talk about the law of balance over here, right? Now, everything in the universe, every creation is meant to be balanced. And when any two things, so for example, there's money. Let's just take the example of money, right? People who have money, people who are very abundant and they have a lot of wealth and stuff, they don't think about money like money. They're not like, oh my God, money, I need you. What do they have? They have a very healthy relationship with money. It's neutral. They see it as equal to them. That's it. Seeing it as equal to you, as natural for you. When you put money on a pedestal and you're like, oh, money, I need you. Money, I want you. Money is going to be like, girl, grow up, have some self-respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. Now, look over here first, okay? This is a balance scale, balance thing, right? Where people measure balance. Now, you're over here with your needy little energy. The thing you want is over here with, oh my God, holier than thou thing, oh perfect thing, oh thing I need so much. When you give it so much importance, you energetically push it away. Think about it in terms of a relationship. The more if you get into a relationship, let's say, think about these two scenarios. Let's say you're a girl, all right? Now, as a girl, woman to woman, all right, tell me this really with integrity. Because I'm speaking from my heart and I'm speaking like hand to God. Because it's true, when there is a guy that comes in your life and he has a very clingy, needy energy where he's like, oh, just I want. There's a difference between someone who values you as a partner and someone who just has cringy, needy energy and they're just like, I can't live without you. And there's this desperation that they approach you with. You literally feel like you want to back off. You're like, dude, back off. Give me my space. He's calling you all the time. He's all up in your space. I'll tell you a story. There was someone this is two years ago or more, I guess, 2.5, I don't even know. But it was a while ago, right? And there was someone I just literally met once. We go out, we went out once and we met, we talked, and I didn't necessarily enjoy it too much. And I felt like really repelled by his energy. He was too in my face about everything. And I get home and he's texting me saying, I literally just left, right? He's texting me saying, oh my God, it was amazing to see you and you're this, you're that. And there's a very real difference between someone who has genuine respect, value, and generally just enjoyed the date, right? Versus someone who's just like puts you on a pedestal. Like, you know that saying, if you treat someone like a celebrity, they're gonna treat you like a fan, right? So he's just like, he was a nice person. He was a good human being. It was just like, I felt repelled by the energy. So he's like, oh my God, I want to spend the whole day with you. And I can't imagine how it's going to be to spend the rest of our lives together. I'm like, brother, back off, right? And very respectfully, I was like, hey, dude, listen, can you tone it down 100 notches, right? Anyways, I get home and I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe he's just like in my head, I was like, yeah, obviously, duh. But anyway, so what started to happen was I would be working, right? And he would just call me while I was in meetings. And then I would cut his call and then he would start to get mad at me. And he'd be like, oh, why are you cutting my call? And this, I'm like, brother, I'm working. I told you. And he's like, no, I want to talk to you. And I'm like, dude, sir, back off respectfully. And he would send me 20 texts in a row. And this is all within a span of, say, me speaking to him for the first time versus maybe like 4 days, right? 5 days ago, I didn't know you existed, right? And now you're all up in my space. And now you're just like, oh my God, Anna, I want every minute of your day. I was like, dude, back off, right? And when a guy does that, and the reason I use this example is because it's something we can all relate to. When someone approaches you with this needy, desperate energy, you don't want to be with them. You're like, dude, have no offense, but have some self-respect, dude. Value yourself value your own self, and then approach me from that place of like, I know my worth and I'm here to meet you where you are as well, right? And I think that anytime I've met any guy who was just totally floored and putting me on a pedestal. I'm like, no, like I don't, like I want you to like look at me as just a person, because that's what I am. Don't put me up here, right? Because energetically, they don't even have to say anything. It just pulls you away. Similarly, women, I'm still talking to you. Imagine, what about a guy when he's just so detached? He's just like, you know, that cool guy energy where there's this guy, even in movies, you see this guy who just, he doesn't care about anything. He's just like, he's probably got like a toothpick in his mouth, his leather jacket, and he's like, what's up? He doesn't care if you like him. He doesn't need your approval. He's just in his own frame, and he's just like, I know who I am. I am that. I'm all that. And so when someone has that energy, what happens to that guy with a leather jacket, the cool guy, the football freaking star or whatever? Everyone's like, every girl's, oh my God, I want to be with this guy. And he's just like, you know, that. Everything that you desire in your life, right? That you want to. Now, I want you guys to start thinking about this. Instead of thinking, I want to manifest a thing, I want you to begin to think about what shift in my reality do I want to see, right? And I feel like that was one of the biggest things that kept me running around in circles, was that I used to see this as manifesting just a thing. I just want this thing, cool, I'm done. And then I just look for another thing to manifest consciously. Meanwhile, I'm constantly manifesting. And because I'm not consciously doing it, a lot of stuff that I don't want is popping up in my life. And I'm like, what is that, right? So point being, instead of thinking about a thing, think about what is a shift you would like to see. And that is true quantum leaping, right? That is true quantum leaping. And that is why I really would love for you to grab my free workshop, because that's what I share with you. It's in the description below. I look down because it's right there. And so point is that if this person over here, when they're like, please be mine, I need you to survive, this, that, the other, they're writing essays to you and you just met them. You're just like, dude, you don't know me. It's not authentic, right? And you feel repelled by them because the law of life is the law of balance. And when people get in relationships where there is that energetic imbalance, that's also where the relationships get toxic. But that's another topic. But right now, what I want you to understand, that if you want to consciously manifest anything in your life, right, you need to detach from the outcome. You need to be like, put your freaking shades on and be like, yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? You're just walking around, you're like, chill, cool, it's already done. Because remember, your job description does not include knowing the how. The more you stress about how the thing's gonna come to you, the more you're repelling it away, because you're saying, I don't have it, I need it. Just when you think that, oh, I want it, then just assume that you have it. And then move with obviousness. Literally be detached from the how, detached from the outcome, and it will find you. And I'll give you a story. I think I talked about that. I don't know if I talked about that story over here or in my Zero BS class, but there was a course that I really wanted to do, right? And I was like, all my payments were stuck that week. And I just really, really wanted to be a part of that course, so much so that I had already scheduled all the calls in my calendar. And I used to be off the thought that, oh, if it works out, it works out, right? But truly, the only reason I would say that is because I couldn't let myself believe that I can have my wish fulfilled. I can have it, right? And I'm like, God will do it for me. It wasn't a me thing. It was like my conviction. It was a conviction issue, right? So I wasn't convicted enough. So I would put it under the name of like, oh, if it works out, I guess, thing, right? But then for that thing, and then I would notice my mind worrying, and the more I would worry, right, literally the more blocks I would see. This person says, oh, Anna, I can't pay you this week. Azan, I'm gonna wait for it. We're back. All right. So what, I have no idea what I was saying earlier, but what the whole point of this is for you to recognize that you have to know who you are, and you have to see yourself worthy as you are. Nothing in the world, nothing in 3D adds to or takes away from your value. When we forget our innate value is when we think that this thing or something else will add to me, will make me feel a certain way, or will make me be perceived a certain way. But letting go and detachment is literally about taking the focus off the 3D and bringing it internally, but not. And here's here's what made it so easy for me when this locked in for me, was that I'm not bringing the focus internally as in me, Anna. I'm bringing it to God, who is taking care of this for me. And this is the hill that I'm ready to die on. And it will be something I will reiterate every time I make a video, because I want you to fully land on the idea that this is very much like it's collided with what we are, what Allah's book tells us to do as well, or whatever religion you're from. That's what God tells you, to trust him, to have faith, to have conviction. So detachment is about having conviction in God, that who is taking care of this matter for me, period. And if I don't have to trust that this person will do their job, or this job, the company will hire me, or they won't hire me, or whatever. I have to fully take away my trust in the 3D, my belief that they can do or give something to me. Nobody can. And all suffering is created when we do that, when we take the power that God has given us and we put it to someone else, and we're like, no, you are more powerful. No, God has created all of us the same way, from the same stardust, souls. So it's about recognizing that you are worthy as you are, and you're worthy of good things. You're worthy. And the thing is that the reason we find it hard to embody this is because of the experiences we had, because of maybe our childhood, maybe our past trauma, maybe there were some things that just happened in our lives that broke our hearts. At some point, someone made you were just backed up against a corner and you didn't know better, and you were made to feel less than worthy. You were made to feel like you had to fight for love, or whatever the frick happened. But the truth is that happened, and that at that time you did the best you could, and now you're here. Just because you're here, just because you're watching this, just shows that you're in a different space, and it's safe to trust, it's safe to let go, and you're building trust with God. So the key to, and the fastest way to manifest whatever on earth it is that you desire, whether it's a person, a thing, whatever, you have to drop importance. You have to stop thinking that getting that thing will do anything for you. You have to be detached. You have to be like, you know what? I'm good with or without it. The only thing is that when you're so forcefully trying to control it and make it happen, you are pushing it away. But when you say, you put on your shades and you're like, you know what? I'm a chill guy. I'm a chill freaking guy. I am the detached guy. When you do that, what you do is your energy shifts. That outcome becomes natural for you. And this whole thing is about being equal to it, because if you already have it, right, then it is equal to you. Then there's no energy imbalance. There's none of that, because you are it. You have it. So when you're saying, I want it, you're affirming you don't have it. So shift that energy to, what would it feel like? And it doesn't have to, look, someone said this, if I'm trying to manifest $1 billion or whatever, and I don't know what it feels like, maybe don't think about what it would feel like to have that much money if you cannot conceive of the frame of reference. But maybe because it's not about getting in the specific feeling of just that one thing, right? God already knows what you want. It's literally about taking off your attention from the material. And if your visualizations are making you married to the outcome and making you feel like, oh my God, I just want it so bad, then honey, stop. Because you're just setting yourself up for not to have repulsive energy. So when you're visualizing, when you're in those meditations, when you're doing the activations or listening to the rampages or whatever it is all about activating your energy in the now. And by energy, it can look like or feel like or sound like whatever it is for you. That is just something that you will know for yourself. But the baseline is that there's certainty there. There is an inner knowing there that, you know what, I am that right now. period. I am that. So I move like it. I talk like it. I don't think about lag because remember Neville Goddard's story. You are in Barbados, right? And if I don't know if I have, remember? I don't know if you've watched it, but I have shared that entire story in a whole Neville Goddard thing. So I'm going to link it below as well. But my point is, friends, detach from the outcome. Focus on your connection with yourself, your connection with God. Focus on feeling worthy within. Go within, go within, go within, go within. Go shift your own energy and that will just happen. That's a byproduct. Your focus should never be on the 3D. Your reliance should never be on the 3D. That is just always changing forms. But when we detach, we get off this energy imbalance and we become equal to it. So now it's like you're here and this is also here and now you're equal to it. So now you can perceive it. So let go, let God, and have fun. Grab the Quantum Leaping Masterclass, not a masterclass, transmission from the link below. If you want a 21-day plug and play, reality shifting, routine process, all of that. I just feel so blissful whenever I think about it because it is exactly what I do every single morning, every single night, and it is what is lit in 2 weeks, shifted the entire world as I knew it. So if you want to grab that, see that for yourself, experience the ecstasy of that for yourself, you can go to the link over here below as well. I'm going to put all the links here. I love you. Godspeed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.